Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. I'm here today at the Toronto Metals Investor Forum with Chief Technical Advisor Peter Megaw of Reyna Silver. Peter, welcome to the show.
Great pleasure to be here with you, Greg.
Yeah, doing the coronavirus bump instead of the handshake.
Again, we need more silver. Silver is a passive biocide. It'll take care of that problem for
That's
a lot of places. So,
medicinal.
We're going to have to get those silver threads in our fabric.
In our fabric, right. The medicinal purposes of silver. Well, talking about silver, you've got a new, highly sought after silver project in Mexico that's carbonate replacement deposit related. You and I have talked about this and been involved with these types of deposits before in Mexico. Very exciting. The company's going to start trading as of when, do you think?
Well, all the paperwork's in the exchange. We're hoping within the next 6 to 8 weeks we'll be up and listed.
Right. So do we have a symbol yet? We won't know until they...
There's a symbol reserved, but they don't want us to talk about it until we're actually trading.
Fair enough. So we'll just watch for that as everybody, I'm told everybody watch probably in the next 6 to 8 weeks or maybe possibly sooner. So we'll just see how the exchange treats us.
You'll be one of the first to know.
I appreciate it.
You can tell your people.
Yeah. So anyway, with that being said, we were talking about with the panelists here, the entry price you think would start around 20 cents?
20 cents is what the private placements have been done at, so
right.
that's where we'll start.
Perfect. Okay. I would imagine with this much interest from my people alone, let alone other people, any good silver project in Mexico with your name behind it is going to get a lot of attention. So I think it's a quite exciting what could happen here.
We're really looking forward to it. We've got a mandate for an extensive program. I mean, part of the deal with Mag Silver to get the properties was we had to be able to show that we could do at least $5 million worth of investment in the property, because to find a district scale project and take it to the next level, you have to be in the position to spend $5 million.
Right.
That's what it costs you. So you want that in the kitty to begin with.
Right.
So you're not going back hat in hand
to the market
before you get there.
Right. So you did mention, I heard in the panelist discussion there, we had question answer, roughly 10,000 meters when you get to the point of drilling?
10,000 meters for the first round, yeah.
Perfect. And you and I why don't you just take a short period of time, because I think a lot of people don't understand what a CRD, carbonate replacement deposit, is.
Well, CRDs were extremely important deposits historically. With the transition during the 20th century of the mining industry more towards open pit mining, a lot of them got left behind. But if you know of names like Leadville, Gilman, Tintic, Santa Eulalia, Nica, Concepcion del Oro, Tombstone, these are all deposits that are carbonate replacements, and some of them are related to porphyry coppers and some of them aren't. For example, the Bingham Canyon copper mine, which is one of the world's biggest copper mines, has enormous carbonate replacement mineralization around it. And all carbonate replacement means is it's an interaction between fluids expelled from the intrusion and carbonate rocks, which are the buffer. That's the fancy chemical name for it. But it's like when you've got an acid fluid and an alkaline rock, and it's that chemical reaction that neutralizes and causes the metals to dump out. So when you were a kid and you dropped vinegar into baking soda, that's the same kind of neutralization reaction, and then whatever would have been in the vinegar winds up getting dropped out.
Right, that's a great analogy. I never heard that before. Well, and what it means to investors, what investors want to know, that it usually relates to big tonnage, higher grades, and...
The systems are zoned from the intrusion center outward towards diminishing volume, but high-grade mineralization as you work outward. So think of it like an octopus with a body and then tentacles spreading out in all kinds of directions. And that the body of the octopus is the intrusion center. Right. In our particular case, we know where a number of the tentacles are, and the question is to follow them back. And typically, the ore bodies, when you get close to the intrusion center, become very large. So they're like big scabs or big lenses plastered onto the side of the thing. And they can be as much as 150, 200 meters wide, 500 meters tall, and 800 meters long. So that's a lot of tonnage, typically in a vertical orientation So a very good mining geometry for bulk underground mining, and they carry good grade. So
Very good grades, yeah.
Of a bunch of metals. I mean, silver is one of the dominant metals in the system, but you also have a large amount of lead, zinc, copper, and frequently gold.
Right.
So for a polymetallic system is economically buffered in the sense that one of those metals is likely to be high at any time.
Right.
And the grades are high enough so that, if you want to think about what it's costing you to produce an ounce of silver, that may be a negative number or very close to it, net of the byproduct credits from the other metals.
Right, right. And with silver projects standalone, usually people are looking for 100 million ounces. The benchmark is 100 million ounces, 10 million ounces of production a year. That's what the major producers are looking for.
That's what you need to be in what I would consider big silver country. And that's where we want to be. I mean, we're looking for grade, we're looking for size, we're looking for something that makes money under the worst possible market conditions so you can sleep at night.
Right.
And we're looking for something that's big enough to last a couple of market cycles so you have a lot of days when you're off the bottom and you're making good money.
Yeah.
But these things tend to run 10 to 15 ounces silver per ton.
Yeah.
So a 10 million ounce deposit, a 10 million ton deposit will easily get you over that 100 million threshold.
Right. Well, that's quite exciting. And from what you were showing us in the maps today, you're in the southern part of one of the best areas in the heart of Silver Mexico, right?
Well, and the Santa Eulalia district, which is where our Gigi project is the biggest Chimney and Monto system ever found in Mexico. The only one that's ever been found that's bigger in the world is the Taylor Monto in Arizona, which South 32 bought for $1.5 billion 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that there's more in the more proximal zone closer to the intrusive center. But what we recognize is we understand the zoning of these systems well enough to recognize that half of Santa Eulalia is missing.
Right.
And that's what we're looking for, is the missing half. And if the half that's been found is 50 million tons of high grade, it stands to reason that the other half could be proportionately
equal to
large.
No, that's quite exciting. Well, listen, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for coming to the show. We look forward to when Reyna first trades. It's going to be an exciting year.
It'll be fun.
Thanks a lot.
Great to see you.
You too,
Take
Peter.
care.